Wave now features a streaming radio media player on our website's front page, where local artists can get their music played 24/7. For more information on getting your music in rotation or to perform live at our studio, contact Reg Gaskins at 240-832-4455.
Android users, the VoxWave app is now available in the Google Play Store. Download the app today on your Android device to listen in and view programs.
Business owners looking for a place to advertise your business and promote your products and services? VoxWave is the right place. We have over 10,000 views a day and 70,000 listeners a month. For more information, contact Reg Gaskins at 240-832-4455.
The world's #1 streaming music station, VoxWave.com.
We have your favorite shows on VoxWave.com. Check out our lineup. The Kim Show, Mondays, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. In the End We Win with Curtis, Mondays, 8:15 p.m. to 9:15 p.m. Cooking with Flavors with your host, Chef Flavors, Tuesday, 5:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Slick Daddy Rick, Heartbeat Congo Hour, Tuesday, 8 to 10 p.m. Impact the World Radio TV Show with Cheryl Woods, Wednesday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. The Digital Digest with your host, Digital Ace, Wednesdays, 3 to 5 p.m. Live Set Wednesdays with your host, Frank Dent, Wednesdays, 8 to 9 p.m. The BGKH Show with your hosts, Dominion and Epic, Wednesdays, 9:15 to 10:15 p.m. You, Math, and Me with George Randall, Thursdays, 10 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Then, on Thursdays at 5:30 p.m., The Prayer, Praise, and Deliverance with Elder Thurman Gorman Jr., The 640 Evening Show, Thursdays, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. The Peace in the Morning Show with your host, Darius A. Stanton, co-host, Delicate Daryl Barnes, and Queen Ayakidobi, Fridays, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. The Hall Street Journal with your host, Robert Hall, and co-host Clarence Sanders, Fridays, 10:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Frank, The Success Principles, Friday, 12 noon to 1 p.m. Chanel's 3 Cents, Friday, 1:30 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. The Daryl Allen Harrison II Crime Victims Foundation Show, hosted by Daryl Harrison II, every Friday from 3 to 4:30 p.m. The Rush Hour with DJ Drew and Janique, every Friday from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Different Minds Show, hosted by DJ Bam 640 and DJ Andre Michael, and your co-host, MC Fran, every Friday, 9:15 p.m. to 11:15 p.m. The Healer Blues Show, with host Ron Jackson, every Saturday, 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Hour of Power, with your host, Reverend Winters Rogers, every Saturday, 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. And again, The Prayer, Praise, and Deliverance with Elder Thurman Gorman Jr., Saturday, 11 p.m. to 12 p.m. And don't forget Four Sisters Live Talk, Saturday at 12:30 to 2:30 p.m. Turning dreams into reality talk show with your host, Tashika L. Green, every second Saturday, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Walk in Newness 24/7 with Missionary Antoinette, Saturdays, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. News, ULM, news and analysis, information, sports, and Black history with your news anchor, Roderick Carter Willis, 4:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Step your game up with the Youth Project, hosted by DJ Main and DJ Low Hefe, Saturday, 6:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. And don't miss The To Go Show with Kim Brown, Saturdays, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. I am Dr. Sharon Show, each Sunday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., featuring The Grind, Entrepreneur Network Spotlight, and Write the Book Now. The Riri Williams Show, Fashion and Style Hour, every first Sunday from 3 to 4 p.m. Real Talk 101, Sundays 6 to 8 p.m. And every third Sunday from 3 to 4 p.m., the Third Sunday Tea Talk Show with Dr. Akita Pearson. Gospel Live TV Show with host Gloria Mello, each Sunday from 8:15 p.m. to 9:15 p.m. Listen to all your favorite shows on VoxWave.com.
VoxWave.com. VoxWave.com, streaming your favorite jazz, blues, and R&B 24/7.
This is Darius, say Stanton. Welcome to the Peace of the Morning Show. Baby, come on, man. Darius, say Stanton.
We're gonna give you some info so we can reach it in and out, in and out, in and out.
Baby, come on, man.
Get on up. Let's dance. Let's dance to the summer beat. Let's dance. Let's dance to the summer beat. Let's dance. Let's dance. Let's dance. Let's dance. Let's dance. Let's dance to the summer beat. Let's dance. Let's dance to the summer beat. Let's dance. Just get out the bar and go see. And let's dance. Here we go. Stick it.
Wise man does not judge another man's mistakes, and a patient man, he is always willing to wait. Forbearance causes self-possession to work, and you know a kind man, he never knows how to hurt. These are the virtues for you and for me. Oh, this is the way that I live, and these are the things that I see. My mama, she told me, she said, blow by, blow by, blow by, got to blow by, blow by. A person who is charitable expresses a brotherly love, and devotion is a service to the Almighty One whom you love. With courage we can marshal And no matter what you read or see on TV, it always deals with you. So be patient and be lovable, and please be kind. Keep discrimination and discipline in the back of your mind. And be lovable and understanding and obedient to your truths. 'Cause these are the only real. Oh, these are the only real. Hey, these are the only real. Oh, these are the only real.
Loose booty.
Turn it up a little bit. Boom, 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 boom. I keep it coming. What's up, baby? Good morning. Welcome to the Peace in the Morning Show. We are live right here at www.voxwave.com. And it's your happy solar return Super Bowl special. Are you kidding? We quit the Super Bowl a long time ago. And you know that's right. Hashtag hold your dollar. That's the theme of today's show because we are dealing with so much craziness around the world. And all you have to do to make a change in the world, say your prayers, be good to people, and hold your dollar. Stop giving your dollars to people who don't treat you like you deserve to be treated. You mean to tell me you are a multi-billion-dollar company and you cannot afford to train your people? Come on, let's get it together. We don't have time for that. Hold your dollar. But look, today is not just about me, it's about you. Welcome to the Peace in the Morning Show, baby. Darius Stanton with Delegate Daryl Barnes. It's the birthday, brother. What's up, big son?
What's going on?
Yeah, you know that's right. We got the birthdays in the house. Then we got our good brother, none other than Be Official Management founder and CEO, Jeremy J. Newkirk. What's up, brother? Baby. Cover 360. What's up? We gonna talk about that?
Yeah, we can talk about it.
You got a big announcement to make today, don't you?
Yeah, it's nice for the county.
It's nice for the county, man. It's nice for the county. It's gonna be a nice look for us here in Bowie, Maryland. We got a phone call already. Delegate Daryl Barnes, you brought somebody special with you this morning, didn't you?
She's always here.
That's right, that's right. Isn't she lovely? Delegate Diana Fennell, welcome back to the Peace in the Morning Show.
Thank you so much. It's good to be back. And happy birthday to Daryl, which is tomorrow, and happy birthday to you on Sunday. So y'all brothers from another mother. Happy
That's
birthday.
right, that's right. And you know that's right. Doing good in the neighborhood, Afro Man and Afro Tan. What's up? Hey, who's on the line? Peace and love. Welcome to the Peace in the Morning Show.
Good morning. This is Millie in the city. How are you guys?
Millie in the city. What's up? Everybody's
How
lovely.
are you?
Is that Chocolate Boat?
That's Chocolate Boat. I'm here.
That's right. Y'all got to check out Millie in the City. Millie in the City does her own show, her and JV The Real. I said, that's right, The Real JV Jones. When are y'all on? Wednesday nights, Millie?
Tuesday night for Connect the City.
Tuesday night for Connect the City. Millie in the City. Millie, thank you so much for calling us this bright, early, sunshiny day.
Well, I want to say happy birthday to, everybody. You guys are awesome.
No doubt about it. Well, we sure do appreciate that. Thank you very much. We know all the checks are in the mail if you need to. We got PayPal, Cash App. You can call it what you want. We got it. What's that new one? Snap Your Cash. We got all that. Yeah, we got that too. Yeah, so Millie, Cash App. There you go. Yeah, and if you really want to send us some money, just take a picture of your bank account, wire that joint, and we got you, I got you, and we all together.
Got the routing number ready.
Exactly. So Millie, thank you so much for giving us a call this morning.
And you guys have an amazing day. Bye,
Done deal.
Hey, hello.
That's right, Chocolate Boat, live and direct. Well, we're going to keep on cranking, Millie. Hey, Millie, what you want to hear this morning? Because you know we're ready to tear it up in the studio now.
Oh, can I get a request?
Get a request?
Yes. Can I hear sardines and pork and beans?
Oh, man, you brought the one song we can't play up in this nation.
Oh, no.
Sardines and pork and beans.
I got another one.
Okay, give me another. I like that. Come on with it.
Give me Walk Like a Champion. It's a reggae song. What about that?
Walk like a champion. We'll follow it. We'll listen for it. There you go. Listen for it. We got you. Listen for it. Walk like a champion. Okay.
I think it's Buju Banton.
Okay, well, at Bougie Bonton. I got you, Bougie Bonton. Bougie, are you bougie or?
Buju Banton.
I got you. Rastaman, Jacob. Hey, Jamaica, no problem. I got you. Millie in the City. Thank you so much, Chocolate Boat.
Bye, guys.
All right, man. Kick it. Hey, man, it feels so good to be around people that you are able to do work with, that you're able to eat with, break bread with, that you're able to pray with.
Absolutely.
You know, it's only right that we give honor to God for blessing us for this day. You know, just the mere fact that we woke up and able to be here, and all of our good and righteous ancestors and all the things that they've done for us and the sacrifices that have been made so that we could sit right here today, you know, with mindfulness, with spirit, with love, with good deeds. We're not hungry. You know, we had a bed to sleep in last night. We had heat, you know, in our home to keep us warm.
I slept on the couch. I'm sorry.
DB, what's the matter of fact, brother?
Couch is the most comfortable.
Part of the reason why you slept on
I fell
the
asleep plenty of times on the couch, and nope, I wasn't in the dog.
well, you know, I know my children crying laughing because we all sleep on the couch. The only difference, we sleep on the couch together sometimes. Sometimes it's just me. Daddy, come on upstairs. You know, but well, you've been on the couch now because you've been in session all, you know, you and Delicate Fennell.
Yeah.
Delicate Fennell and I, it's been a long 90 days.
It's been a long 90 days.
Well, the Peace of the Morning Show crew missed you, man. They know you're going to dance this morning. You know,
we're going to get fired up and ready to go. I am back.
You back, son?
I'm so excited to be back. You know, my wife told me, cut your hair down.
Right.
You know, I wanted to be comfortable. She was just like, no, put on the suit.
Right, she wanted to tell you out. Right.
You know, I'm like, babe. She was just like, no, you going back to the Peace in the Morning Show. You better look right.
You better look right, huh?
Yeah.
I know that's
She
right.
said, Delegate Diana Fennell going to be there, and Jeremy going to be there. You better look right.
These international magazines.
Yeah. You know. Right.
Kevin Durant, mother, best friend type people.
Exactly.
I'm just saying, you know, these people, these big time people we talking about.
I'm trying to tell you.
You know what I mean? And then you got the Queen, if you know what I mean. Come on in, Queen, roll on to the studio, baby. Hey, we go there. Hey, look, as a matter of fact, he look one of them. Hey, so, you know, we would not be here if it were not for the folks that watch us and check us out.
That's
and
right.
I want to shout out Councilman Sharika McCarthy.
That's my girl.
She is jamming right now. Ron, can you crank it up for us? Because she want to jam in her booth.
Sharika.
It's for all the people.
What's going on, Sharika?
All the people on the Peace of the Morning Show that when you at work, you getting down. Come on, man. Here we go. Oh. You know how we do. Come on. Hey, Sharika. Yeah. Come on, kid. Go ahead,
When I
kid. Look
see
at
you're on the street, my whole body gets weak. When you stand in the crowd, your love talks to me so loud. Girl, do I do what you do when I do my love to you? When I hear you're on the phone, your sweet sexy voice turns my ear all the way on. Just a mention of your name seems to drive my head insane. Girl, do I do what you do when I do my love to you, baby? Yes, I got some candy kisses for your lips. Yes, I got some honeysuckle chocolate dip and kisses full of love for you. Yes, I got some candy kisses for your lips. Yes, I got some honeysuckle chocolate dip and kisses full of love for you. My life has been waiting for your love. My arms have been waiting for your love to arrive. My heart has been waiting, my soul anticipating your love, From the time that I awake, I'm imagining the good love that we'll make. If to me, if I can do all this, well, just imagine how it's gonna feel when we hug and kiss. Sugar, do I do what you do when I do my love to you? Alright. Yes, I got some candy kisses for your lips. Yes, I got some honeysuckle chocolate dip and kisses full of love for you. Yes, I got some candy kisses for your lips. Yes, I got some honeysuckle chocolate dip and kisses full of love. When I see
Not
right, baby. Welcome back to the Peace of the Morning Show. Funky Friday. Happy solar return. What's up, DB?
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Back in the studio is back in town again. Where you been, man?
Oh, man, I've been traveling around the world and
No, that's right. That's how it is.
Yeah.
You know it's Freestyle Friday, baby. You want to call us up with a funky freestyle. Hey, we got the man in the studio, Jeremy Newkirk, Be Official, Cover 360. Man, he'd worked with some big artists, man.
Oh, man, he's doing it big. I'm real proud of this young man. He's making a difference in the lives of young people and making his mark right here in Prince George's County.
Just got appointed to Prince George's County Board of Directors. Prince George Community College Board of Directors.
Yeah, the foundation.
The foundation board.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, see, these are the positive images and the things that we need to highlight in our county and around the world. I mean, these are the things that black men are being elevated at a high level that we never get any type of recognition for. So I'm glad that he's here on the show. I'm glad that we're able to highlight him and give him his just due.
And not only, you know, is he working with entertainers from around the world, but he's also a technologist.
Right.
Brother working with Geico and setting them up real big.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he's the real deal, from technology to entertainment, which all coexist. But, you know, I think what he's doing is setting an example and raising the bar that other people should follow.
Right.
Right? You know, I think he's elevated his game to say to anybody, if I can do it, you can do it too. Absolutely. Take the challenge, right? And I think that's what this is all about, and this is what the example is, and this is what the show is all about, is not promoting you and I,
Right.
but promoting other people.
That's
and
right.
giving other people a platform that they would not ordinarily have.
That's right.
And having the voice to be able to say, hey, this is who I am and this is what I'm doing. And we need to embrace that as a culture and as a people to say that what can we do to help lift you up and continue to keep pushing you.
Exactly.
All right.
And, you know, I mentioned Prince George's Community College, but there's another black college, actually the only black college in Prince George's County, which is the historic Bowie State University.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a new president at Bowie State. You at the inaugural ball.
I was there. I had the pleasure of being there. Bowie State University, which is the first HBCU in the state of Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think we truly understand the significance behind that.
That's right. We take
Of
it
it.
for granted.
We really do. We take it for granted.
Yeah.
And yes, we have other HBCUs in the state of Maryland,
Mm-hmm.
but right here in Prince George's County, right here in the state of Maryland, Bowie State was the first HBCU, and they are doing some amazing things. The new president that has come on board, President Bro,
Yes.
is doing some phenomenal things. I think, once again, she is one that I would love to get on the show so we can highlight her as well, because she's coming in almost like Sharon Pratt Kelly back in the day with a broom and said, I'm cleaning house. Right. She said, I'm making a difference. I'm making my mark.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting more involved. I'm making my young people accountable.
Exactly.
I want to make sure that we create some innovative things right here in Bowie State, right here in the state of Maryland. And she's doing it. But more importantly, she didn't come in with an ego.
No.
She came in saying, I'm humble. I want to build collaborators, and if you can help me and you got something tangible to bring to the table, I want you on the team.
And she came in pumping it up because the students love her.
Oh, they do.
Absolutely.
They absolutely
do.
love her. And speaking of innovation, one of the things that we are very pleased and excited about is the work that's going to be happening on Bowie State University's campus with none other than our very own Jeremy Newkirk.
All right, Jeremy.
Yes, sir. And his brother now is working on a project that is out of this world. Jeremy, tell us about, what's going on over at Bowie State University, brother.
Yes, well, first of all, Delegate Barnes, appreciate you, brother.
Yes,
for the
sir.
kind words. Darius, Delegate.
Yes.
But, it started with Daryl, really, because I was doing all stuff around the world. And then when I met Daryl was like, hey, man, you live right in Oak Creek. That's Prince George's County.
Right.
I was like, yeah, it is, actually. So I started doing work here, but I'm at Bowie State right now. But first, shout out to Prince George Community College. You got to say that first.
No doubt.
I'm an alumni, so I got
There you go. Represent.
Got to put PGCC on that first.
That's right.
But Bowie State University, I'm working over there with Dr. Knight. Awesome person over there with the Fine Performing Arts Center they have over there. They have like
it's phenomenal.
$100 million plus fine performing arts centers. So I'm coming in working with Dr. Knight with some technology, Cover 360, to start, putting people to work. It's all about putting people to work.
That's right.
Workforce development. Without workforce development, you have no community, in my opinion, because you need resources, you need finances to be able to take care of your family. I think a lot of domestic violence and high crime and stuff like that is because of black males in particular, because I'm a black male, need employment. They need to be employed. They need to not have an idle mind. They need to be doing things. So I'm taking technology and using entertainment to be able to attract young people, to be able to do workforce development, bringing in, entrepreneurs, investors that want to invest in entertainment projects, bringing in jobs. Like, it's more than just getting on the stage and, having the mic in your hand and getting all the limelight. There's things that go on. There's STEM in technology. There's science, technology, engineering, math. Without art, you would have really no access to technology. So putting those two worlds together and giving, kids hope through job, employment, bringing people like, right now I'm partnering with Grand Hustle CEO T.I., one of the icons here.
Who's that, Grand Hustle? Did he say T.I.?
Yeah.
He said
You just slipped that in there.
He said our friend T.I.
A little bit, just to,
I thought he was talking about Tony Eagle.
We're talking about the hip-hop mogul Tip. But yeah, and working with his team.
Been real active, in the community. Really taking some very positive and productive stands, man.
Absolutely, man. And that's why I'm partnering with him to come to Bowie State University to bring this awareness, to show also the hip-hop culture, hey, you guys got all this money, put these people to work. We got the jewels and the flash, and that's cool. I'm not knocking that. That's your money. You do what you want to do with it. But also be aware that these same kids that you're flashing in front of need jobs.
Right.
They need to go to work. You can put them behind your cameras, put them,
skills
on your
to pay the
team,
bills.
teach them how to be assistants to you, and so they can learn the game, they can learn the business, and then they can carry on this legacy that you guys call the hip hop culture. It can be carried on the right way, and so that's what Cover 360 is all about. It's about bringing, bridging the gap between technology, art, and the actual people, the skilled people, and the educators, because they have a minor over at Bowie State now, a hip-hop minor over at Bowie State University now. So bringing all of that, bringing the actual skills, like we're going to have a class we're going to be hosting workshops too at the event. And we have a class called How to Build a Home Studio Like the Pros. Because you have a lot of people out here that are wasting, kids, they go out, they hustle on the street, they do whatever they need to do, and they're spending $5,000 and $10,000 and $20,000 buying studio equipment, but really don't know how to use it and don't even know why they're buying it. So instead of spending $20,000 on a home studio and then it still sounds like you're in a garage, we're going to show you how to spend $2,000, $5,000 on a home studio, and maybe you can take the other $15,000 and put some people to work. And so that's the stuff that we're going to be doing with Cover 360 and the whole arts and fair.
We sound like we want to take that around the world. We ready to start a radio station with Gambia. We ready to take that around the world. Set Cover 360. As a matter of fact, the improvement tour is starting at Bowie State University, but it's going all over. It's going all over the world.
Well, actually, I've been on a Piece in the Morning show because the improvement tour started last year.
Right.
In September, we was on Good Morning Washington. Me and DeAndre Wall, John Wall's nephew, who's also an artist here in Washington D.C. right now. He's from North Carolina, where I'm from. But we started that on Good Morning Washington.
All these North Carolina boys right here. Hamlet, North Carolina.
Oh, wow.
North Carolina.
Bennett, North Carolina.
Bennett, North Carolina. You North Carolina girl too?
No, I'm here. Emporia, Virginia.
We let you sit up here.
I'm on the line, though.
What about Virginia?
Jeremy knows where
we know where Emporia is. We know about Petersburg. We know it's not too far. St. Paul's College. Yeah, we know a little
We have a lot of artists down there.
You know,
Pusha T and all them, my cousins,
Well, the whole DMV has a lot of people.
She just dropped Pusha T name. This just slap Pusha T on that joke. I know that's right. Hey, can we get a little funk? We ready to go to our regular hour in a minute. And we got the queen in the studio with all her artwork. We want to take that artwork it's in Morocco. That artwork is already as a matter of fact, she said, we're not dealing with cities and states and counties. We're dealing with universes, galaxies, and places beyond the hemisphere.
You have to.
Huh?
You absolutely
Cosmic
have to.
manifestation. That's
Have
right.
to.
Muse Archery right
Yes.
here on the Peace of the Morning Show. We've got Jeremy Newkirk, Delegate Dinah Fennell, Delegate Darrell Barnes, birthday brothers in the house. We got the children, minus a few. And the Queen, oh, we know we got the Queen. Yeah, we got the special guest. Hey, look, it took a lot to pull this off, okay? So everybody be cool. We're having a good time. And it's time to bust around Ron. We got our senior double EJ engineer in the house kicking for us, Ron. And we'll be right back with the Peace in the Morning Show. Talk a little bit more about what's coming to you, baby. Welcome back. This is Darius A. Stanton on the Peace of the Morning Show with Darius A. Stanton, Delegate Darrell Barnes, Jeremy Newkirk, Delegate Dinah Fennell, and oh, guess who's with us now? Can't you get on down? It's Queen Isuta Bay. What's up, Ma?
Queen. Oh, peace and love. I'm always going up, folks. Don't forget up.
I know that's right. Up.
Higher.
Then go on up then, honey. What's going on with you this morning?
Well, give thanks and praises. I am so blessed to be chosen, appointed, anointed, and elected the mother of Darius A. Stanton.
Wow. That's big.
This is one of the greatest tasks that could have been bestowed upon me in all the galaxies and all the universes. As a matter of fact, when my ship was coming this way, I had no idea that I would be chosen for such an excellent job. And now that it's happened, I've brought into the studio Darius's home planets. These are pictures of where we come from. These paintings are called Cosmic Manifestations Art. Art that even the blind can see. When you touch it, you can feel it.
Wow.
You can feel what's going on. A heavy display of art. It takes you from one journey to another.
One galaxy to another.
And sometimes if you put the painting side by side, which was not done purposely, I found out they're a family.
They are.
They go together. It proves that we are not a race of people. We are human, meaning that we transformed our energy light from one galaxy to another to take on this form. Everything here is flying. When I ask the voice in my head, why does everybody look like they're flying? They say, in this planet, we gave up our power for food. We took something from this earth and put it into our mouths, and we lost a lot. Before, we only had thought pattern. We could transcend a thought without any physical appearance. I think I want to go to your house, and then I'm there. Today, we have to take a bath, get dressed, get a car, get a plane, get a bus, catch a ride. We blew it.
Right.
So I'm really here on this planet to help people to reconnect with their cosmic selves.
That's what it is.
That's what I'm talking about.
And that's why I'm always encouraging people to clean up, to eat better, to drink more water, to exercise, and show more love. This is what you will get to. Your cosmic self will manifest.
What's the one with the look like it's a floating soccer football field?
Well, this is really what I'm working
Let's
on
go
now.
virtual green all day
I'm
long
actually
right there.
working to see if I can get a contract with Nike or Adidas to put my art on sneakers. So I can wear sportswear, and we can have all different kind of sneakers, and then give a part of the earnings to orphan children in different countries that are in war-torn situations right now. A lot of homeless and war-torn children in foreign countries, and a lot of homeless children here in America. You would be amazed to see how many children don't have shoes, don't have sneakers. And people ask me how my art serves me. I don't know. I just woke up and started painting. I wrote 19 beautiful books. Before Black Panther came out, I had written an animation.
I changed my voice.
I love it.
And I started bringing children into the room and telling them all the things about the galaxy. And they were very intrigued.
And no one was asking me questions and everything. And I changed all the voices for animation, and the art became the background, the places where we travel on these flying machines that we speak to. We speak in our minds, and the machine comes under our feet. And this is how we go from one galaxy to another.
Don't give them too much.
Wow.
So I just want to say that give your children color. Give them crayons and things to escape the hate and create love atmospheres through art, music.
And funk it down.
And funk it
And
up.
can we give your children funky love? Hey, give them some funky love over there, man.
Peace and
Ladies
love.
and gentlemen, give it up for the queen.
I have one more.
We're gonna bring back. We're gonna come back to that song because right now we want you to.
I'm so excited.
We want you to jam over in that corner. Hey, Ron, can you crank it up for us, baby? On the Peace in the Morning show. That's right. We're ready to get busy, baby. Hey, what did you think about that artwork?
Hey, something like that, man. Take it to the go-go, baby. Yeah. Just raise your hands in the air. Like this, y'all. Get small, y'all. Let's get small. Do you want to get down? Let's get small. Now, what you gonna do? Let's get small. Do you want to get up, y'all? Let's get small. Now, right, you know it's hard to stop. Cause when that boogie gets into your soul, it makes your body hot. Some people say that virtuoso feel this kind of groove, but it's something in that music that makes you want to move, yeah.
Yo.
we back live, baby, on the Piece of the Morning
We're just
Show.
talking about that.
On the set. Did you hear we back live? Did you tell them? Come on now. That's right, baby. Peace in the morning. Welcome back. This is Darius Stanton. We're doing this Happy Solar Return show all over the universe. We are broadcasting from www.voxwave.com and from the spirit in our soul, Wakanda forever, baby.
Wakanda.
That's right, no doubt about it. So listen, we got Delegate Darrell Barnes, we got Jeremy Newkirk, Jeremy J. L. Newkirk. Did I get that right?
That's right.
There it
Most
is.
people call me Jay.
There it is, Jay. And Delegate Diana Fennell in the studio, the queen herself, Queen Ayasudebe Ramkesoon. That's right. And then we got the queen. Oh my goodness, isn't she lovely? I'm melting over this joke. I'll see you later, but
It's
not
a
right
blessing.
now.
It's a real
That's
blessing.
right. Big son, number one son, Darius A. Stanton II is in the studio today. What's up, Big D?
All right.
All is well.
I know that's right. Oh yeah, we got you up in here, partner.
That's right.
Welcome forward to the Peace in the Morning Show. And then we got the other queen, if you know what I
That's
mean.
right.
She's so smooth. She's so check her out, ladies and
at
gentlemen.
her.
Jayla Kier Stanton in the studio. What's up, Jay?
Beautiful, beautiful, Jay.
I'm good. You gonna flow for us this morning, Jay? You gonna give us a little something? I didn't think you were. But it's all good because we got something for you.
Yeah, she's special.
So, just give this date. You know, we talked in the first hour about T.I.
Yes.
Tip, Grand Hustle, coming to Bowie State University to help launch a certificate program that is supporting and coming under Bowie State's hip hop.
Attentively, Angela Yee, too.
Oh, wow. From the Breakfast Club.
That's right.
That's right. That's our competition. We already jump right up top. We come and fight. You know, right? That's right. No doubt about it. No, we don't believe in competition. Matter of fact, I don't know, you know, the thing about asset-based communications, what we promote, you know, we continuously promote each other.
Exactly.
You know, and we need there more than one eye in the head, so therefore you got more than one eye to watch more than one show. Just make sure you got one eye on the Piece of the Morning Show. Okay?
that's so
You like that? One eye?
I like
one eye can eye?
Mr. Carroll, the pharmacist, had 3 TVs, and he watched all 3. He could tell you who was winning the baseball game.
Oh, you mean like say do for you to do?
Say you do.
You fool, that was say do say. Say you do say do.
Darius' best friend as a child was a pharmacist.
Multiple screens,
Right.
but also digital playback.
Ah.
So your streaming still counts regardless.
Ah.
Yeah.
Double that thing up.
Double-edged sword, buddy.
Let's get it then. Let's get that because we need that. So tell us the date of the show and to give the logistics on the improvement tour coming to Bowie State University.
Yes, absolutely. So Improvement Tour, Arts and Culture Fair. It's a fair because we're bringing vendors and workshops and live performances, showcases. We're doing it totally different. What we're going to do is we have live A&R reviews from industry experts, and then you get to actually go to the main stage and perform. And if we like you, we put you right in the mix of, you know, the latest and greatest A-list and B-list artists that's out here right around the same day. There's no go back, get back with you. We give you a live audience right there on the spot. If you're a hot performer, we stream you, put you out there, give you all the exposure. And so it's May 19th. It's going to start between 10 and 11 o'clock on May 19th, coming up in about a month. Tip is going to be there, like I said, tentatively. We've been working and talking to Angela Yee from the Breakfast Club to help out with some of the workshops. We want to bring real industry pros, real industry experts. Bowie State has a staff of excellent professors over there that actually have real credits in the music industry, like Dr. Knight, Motown legend, with his cousin Gladys Knight, and those guys making a lot of hits, probably that I was born to.
Right. That's right. You know, we got holistic sexual healing and family lifestyle coming up.
Right.
So we're going to definitely talk about that.
Dr. Pryor, you know, all of those great guys over there at the Fine Performing Arts Center. I just want to keep highlighting that center because it was built at the first historic black college. It is almost $80 million building. And the county, you know what I mean, Prince George's County being a model in like I'm always going to say, I feel like Prince George's County is the model for, other successful black counties and around the world.
Exactly.
And I just feel like doing this here in this historic county with historical people, and that's been really working hard. Delegate Barnes, Delegate Diane, you know what I mean, Darius, Stanton, of course, on your show, and just really highlighting what black excellence really looks like.
That's right.
We're excited. So we now May 19th, starting at 10 in the morning at the Bowie State University Performing Fine Arts Center. And so you want to come out and check out all of the stars you got. And then you actually have some producers that are coming in town?
Yes, we have some producers that are actually coming to help and teach the class. Turbo.
Turbo?
Yeah, Turbo is a great producer now. He's probably one of the hottest producers in Atlanta.
That's it, I'm going.
That's coming, and he's
Since
actually...
he said Turbo.
Turbo
it just sunk into my head that, gosh, Queen, you're so talented, you should go there.
Absolutely. Because it's an arts and culture fair. It's not just music.
Can you audition? Do you audition for something?
Yes, you can audition. So the whole thing is, it's not just going to be music audition, because we're going to be showcasing art. We're going to be showcasing the culture of excellence, which is
I could bring my paintings or something.
As paintings.
No twerk contest, though.
No, no twerk.
Thank God.
No twerk.
I wanted to be that
Thank
judge.
God. Keep the booty on the shelf.
Keep the booty on the shelf, not on the floor, huh?
Keep the booty on the shelf.
I know that's right.
Because, I'm so adamant about culture. I think we learn culture before we learn anything else. And if we can grab these young people and teach them the culture, but also teach them how the culture actually influences and send out positive messages, like Queen was saying, the vibrations that's being sent out by our voices and the arts and the painting and the songs and the music and all the dance and stuff, and then understand how to control that and to empower and create an economical system for the county, for the whole world itself, and bring those dollars and then redistribute those dollars back to, again, workforce development. So that's my goal. That's what I'm always about. How do we, take our art form, our intellectual property, which is the key word right there, intellectual property, that a lot of people don't understand. Your voice, your paintings, anything visual, composed, or, just your own thoughts, when they come out, it becomes intellectual property. And that intellectual property can be copyrighted, it can be trademarked, and these things of that nature, and we can own that, and then we can resell and reproduce those things, and that generates income, and then that income can be distributed properly amongst youth all the way up to our seniors, and then you're creating a community that's thriving.
I love it.
Ecosystem.
Love it.
Absolutely.
Excuse me, I just want to make a small comment about that. Your literary works is so valuable. The fact that Bill Gates paid, $35 million or $35 billion? $35 billion for LinkedIn?
Oh, yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Right.
He bought all of our literary works.
Right.
That's all they're doing. Facebook, everything you post, every time you write an article, if you're not copywriting your material yourself, they're owning your work. That's why their Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn cost so many billions of dollars, because your literary works are worth millions and billions of dollars. So think about that.
Yep. I have a nonprofit organization called Go Virtual Green that I've been on the Peace in the Morning show talking about. Darius has been involved. Delegate Barnes have witnessed and been involved. And that's one of the things that we've been, basically preaching, intellectual property. The reason why Facebook is because of your intellectual property. Your literary works, your actual art. When you take a photo, that's art. Because you're attracting people. When people come and they're seeing, and then they take that work and resell it through advertisement, showing them the numbers. Hey, we got, 2 million people coming watching this.
And they're also... You make a phrase, it's original. They sell that phrase to a motion picture. They sell that phrase to an industry. Now, your phrase that that's your idea, you see it everywhere.
Right.
You want to know how it got out there. They took it off of one of these forms of social media.
Because when you click I do and I accept, when you first open up a Facebook account or a Twitter account, you don't read all of the legal stuff that you're giving away.
Read everything.
You're literally saying that, hey, you can recompose and reproduce and redistribute anything I post on here.
So that's why it's important for us to create our own ecosystem.
Absolutely.
That's right.
And that's what you see in the work that Queen has put together in her artwork is their ecosystems.
Yeah.
And that's how that artwork can connect, even though it's on different canvases, they're able to connect. And there was a lot of work done this session in Annapolis by now Delegate Dr. Chairman of the Legislative Black Caucus here in the state of Maryland, Darrell Barnes. Well, you got another title, the heavy crown on that head. You see that head, son? Let me see that jump. You got a lot of weight carrying on that crown, man. So, congratulations, though, first of all, brother.
I appreciate it.
All right.
And let me get right to the heart of the matter. And anybody who's watching, I want you to share this. If you're watching on Facebook, Instagram, I want you to share this part of this segment of the show because people need to understand this. There was a piece of legislation that had been brought towards the middle of the session, Senate Bill 122. And the bill was supposed to be to address crime. It was a crime bill. And this bill, though, however, continued the failed practices of mandatory sentencing, which has devastated our community in the initial sense. Now, we are not devastated because we are galactic people. You just heard that. And so we've been here before. We're going to be here. So no matter what happens and what people do and work to destroy, we are going to manifest. We continue to do that, And so when you look at people who are putting bills in place that are going to lock you up for a mandatory period of time, when we saw the 3 strikes you're out fail, we saw the mandatory sentencing increase the jail population. First of all, the prisons were increased by 5 privatized prisons were increased 100%, and it did not create a decrease in time, nor did it create a decrease in violence. And so as a result of that, Delegate Barnes partnered up with the Latino Caucus and forged a major campaign along with a number of other folks, the state of Maryland, NAACP, a number of other folks who got involved and said, no, we do not want another bill that sends our families to jail where you already, in Starbucks is a prime example of that, have companies that are paying agencies and organizations to lobby for that type of legislation so that people can be incarcerated. And then the people that you're talking about locking them up have already been found as racist. The Baltimore City Police Department has been deemed a racist institution by the Department of Justice. And that's who you're going to have now fuel the pipeline. But this brother stood up along with other citizens and delegates and senators in the state of Maryland, including Senator Shirley Nathan Pulliam and the 8 African-American female senators all voted against the bill. Am I correct?
Yes.
That's right. Yes. That's right. You see, we say when we say it, we mean it, we get it. Yes.
And you stand
So,
firm. Stand firm.
Delegate Barnes, tell us, what that meant, man, to block, why it was so important to block that bill and what it means for you to be able to bring the folks in Baltimore City, Prince George's County together under the Black Caucus.
Well, I first want to say that, Senate Bill 122 happened on my watch 3 days into my leadership, right? So it was a real controversial bill going in. And everybody was looking at me like this, like, what you gonna do?
My mother told me you got to pay the cost to be the boss.
And that was a real humbling experience to pull our people together, right? Because you have to understand that in Baltimore City, the crime rate is skyrocketing. People getting murdered, people getting killed. It's bad. So Senate Bill 122 was essentially a tool for Baltimore City to try to help combat some of the crime, right? But then looking at the bill and reading the bill, I found that we're not helping with the crime by saying that, if you got a second term offense, the judge can impose a sentence up to 40 years.
Right. And that's terrible.
Right? Yep. With no parole at all.
Wow.
Right? So that's a mandatory minimum.
Mandatory minimum of 40 years.
Right?
So now you understand how the prison pipeline works.
Yep.
Because you create a situation where you lobby for laws that supposedly affect crime, but there's a overextension of the punishment, which means that you now have a body that's committed that you can count on for the life expectancy up to 40 years.
But let me just tell you that the essence behind this is why it's important that we have to have strong leaders and leadership.
That's right.
In Annapolis, it's a whole different dynamic on how things work, right? And if you're not having a seat at the table, then you're over there wondering what the hell is going on.
Exactly.
And luckily, I was the one that had a seat at the table where I had a meeting with leadership, the high up leadership, to say that this isn't going to work.
We ain't doing this.
At least not for me. So we were able to have that conversation with them and say that we're going to tear the bill up. Senate Bill 122 was going to no longer happen. So, but there were some good parts within the bill that we could all live with. So in my experience of building collaboratives, I got to give kudos to folks like Delegate Bilal Ali out of Baltimore, Delegate Talmadge Branch, and Delegate Eric Barron from Prince George's County, who I leaned on to, the good, bad, and indifference, however you want to look at them, to say, this is what we should do and this is how we should move forward. And then I called all the delegates off the floor and said, look, this is what we need to do, and this is how we need to vote to ensure that we get to where we need to get to, right? And then I had a conversation with Delegate Sanchez to say, I need you guys to partner with us to make sure that we strengthen our numbers.
He's the chair of the Latino Caucus.
Yes.
He's the chair of the Hispanic Caucus. To say that combined, we can shut the thing down. And we did that.
Yeah, we did.
So that was a huge kudos to all of us that played a major role in that. But I understand that it is still a very difficult lift in Annapolis to get everybody on board.
That's
right. Because we all have different opinions. We all come from different backgrounds. We all have different experiences. But what I've always asked that when I ask for your vote, I need your vote. And your vote, your yes is your yes and your no is your no. But at least I know where you stand. And my job is to say, this is something that we all feel strong about. And regardless of how you feel, we all got to rally behind you, right? Because we're not going to always agree on every specific issue or every topic. But there are some things that, that we really have to stand behind.
That's right.
That affect our community, right? And through that process, I learned a lot. And I think I got the respect out of my colleagues.
Yes, you did.
To say this is how we need to move on forward.
Well, the most powerful thing about it is that you did something that's going to impact generations to come, and use the term luckily. And I want to just take that you were at the table with the leadership. But part of the reason why you were at the table with the leadership is because of the work. A lot of people do different things to get in certain places, but a lot of people aren't willing to do the work.
Sure.
And you have to be willing to do the work. You
That's
don't
right.
just land on these positions.
Speak it.
And some people do land,
Speak
but
it.
the question is, what do you do when you get there? But the work, that it takes to get there, and you are a worker, and that's one of the reasons you're probably a worker because you're born day before me. It's probably in our blood, it's probably in our pattern because we just workers, and my family's here, and they can attest that we are sure enough workers. There were some other things that took place, some other highlights during the session that we definitely want to hear about. And coming up next week, actually, on Monday at Yosemite Baptist Church, Monday evening, there will be a Millennial Town Hall that the Peace of the Morning Show actually will be moderating. Yours truly. It starts, I believe, at 6:30. Doors open at 6:15, and it will start at 6:30. So Yosemite Baptist Church in Prince George's County, Maryland. It's right off the Addison Road Metro. And not only is it for millennials, but Generation X, baby boomers will all be on a panel talking about the importance of getting out to vote and how important it is to energize people to vote and take stands and hold your dollar. Those things we'll be addressing. And then on Tuesday night, boy, it's going to get interesting. We are moderating the Prince George's County Executive Forum for the NAACP and the Prince George's County Maryland Municipal League. So that's going to be a big event.
When is that, next Tuesday?
That's this coming Tuesday at Rennie Forum at yours truly. As a matter of fact, Prince George's Community College, all right, at Rennie Forum, and that features the state's attorney, Angela Also Brooks, state senator, Muse, first name Anthony Muse, also a newcomer into the race, Tommy Thompson.
Tommy Thompson, okay.
Is now running, and I think is one of the senator, former congresswoman, Donna Edwards, will all be at that forum.
Yeah, it's about 5 of them. You have Paul Montario, Jack Johnson, another Jack Johnson. So that's going to be a very
Jack Johnson is running.
So that's going to be a very interesting debate. And I wish I can be there. I had my own debate that night for delegates that want to unseat me.
Okay. That should be.
Come on, man. You know that ain't going to
Well,
happen. I'm glad we on live.
I want their names. I need their names.
So
Lord, who are they?
Have mercy.
Are they green?
Don't feel bad. I have one too.
Where's your form?
It's going to be in Suitland. Miss Elsie Jacobs is moderating and putting that on. But,
Please give us the details.
I always say that everyone has the right and the opportunity to run, and I encourage that. The problem that I always say is that we just need to look at those that are in office. When you're saying I want to run, to me you're saying that either you did something wrong or you're not doing a good job. Right?
You're not supporting the person who's in office because you don't agree with them. That has to be the reason. Why else would you run?
Yeah. So I welcome the challenge. I welcome the debate because there are certain things that you must know in order to do this job.
You have to.
Right, and then you have to be in the job to know how to do the job. And I understand that, and I was once a newcomer and I had to get my opportunity as well. But I truly believe, at least in this time and era, that we have a golden opportunity right here in Prince George's County to do something special. You have the opportunity at some point in time, Delegate Derek Davis is in line to become the next Speaker of the House.
Yes, Speaker of the House.
Right? You have Delegate Darrell Barnes, who just became the chair of the Black Caucus. Those are two very powerful positions that reside right here in Prince George's County, and two of those are from Prince George's County in District 25. So if you unseat both of us, you're starting at the bottom.
You're killing history.
You're killing progress.
Right.
Right? Because what I've learned and what Delegate Diana Fennell can contest to, it really takes a long time to move up in leadership.
Yes.
I just happen to be lucky, blessed, whatever word you want to use, to have risen to the point that where I am now. And I don't take it lightly. But I also say that in order to be able to make decisions that will truly affect our community, you have to be in leadership and you have to have that seat at the table. So if you don't have that seat at the table, then you're just one of the audience members just waiting for me to report back on what happened.
Exactly.
So I really don't have a true voice unless I'm behind the scene and I'm able to help negotiate what we need to negotiate for our people.
So tell us, why is it so important for folks to actually stay engaged prior to the voting booth and after the voting booth? Why is it so important for people to show up in the committee hearings, to testify on the House and committees? Why is that so important?
Hey, listen, the political process is extremely important, because you have to understand that every vote, every situation affects who we are. Everything we do in life is political. Everything.
Everything.
This crime bill truly affects us. And if you weren't paying attention to it and you were someone that had a first offense and you made a dumb decision and you had a second offense, you now have 40 years.
40 years on you.
Right? So you have to pay attention to these things. What's the number one vote that will happen during this election cycle? Can anyone tell me?
The number one vote?
Right. Who's the number one person that you would cast your vote for that will impact your community?
Your congressman.
No, your city council and your delegate.
No. The number one that affects the African American community are your judges.
Your judges. That's right. Your judges.
Right? Because your judges have a 10-year lifespan term versus us at 4 years and your congressman at 2.
Right.
And if you haven't done the history on the judges to know what their backgrounds are, how they cast their rulings, you're just going in the voting booth blindly, and you're just pushing a button.
Well, I tell you what, we got to take a break, but when we come back, we're gonna talk a little bit more about what's happening in Annapolis, and then we're going to start going around the world. In D.C., there's a big event coming up this Saturday. Matter of fact, it starts today. 10,000 Black Men March is happening this weekend in D.C., as well as there's an event taking place at one of the Cesar Chavez public schools, and we have Coach Malcolm Battle, 2016 high school champion coach. Coming in the studio. We're going to crank it up when we come back on the Peace in the Morning show. This is Darius Stanton with the fam. They're about to start peeling out this Mickey flick.
All right.
But we're going to get them on camera before they roll. Hey, Ron, give it to me, baby.
All right.
Extensions in her hair, bamboo earrings, at least 2 pair, a Fendi bag and a bad attitude. That's all I need to get me in a good mood. She can walk with a switch and talk with street slang. I love it when a woman ain't scared to do a thing. Standing at the bus stop, sucking on a lollipop. Once she gets pumping, it's hard to make the hottie stop. She likes to dance to the rap jam. She's sweet as brown sugar with the candy yams. Honey coated complexion, using Cabernet. Let's hear it for the girls who's from around the way. That's why I had to dedicate at least one rhyme to all the cuties in the neighborhood. Cause if I didn't tell you, then another brother would. You're sweet like sugar with your gangster talk. Wanna eat you like a cookie when I see you walk with your rayon silk, or maybe even denim. It really doesn't matter as long as you're in them. You can break cards and manipulate minds, or surrender, act tender, be gentle and kind. You always know what to say and do. Cold flip when you think your man is playing you. Not cheap or petty, you're ready for loving. You're real independent, so your parents be bugging. But if you ever need a place to stay, come around my way. Bobby Brown button on your sleeve. I tell you, come here, you say meet me halfway. Cause brothers been popping that yang all day. Around the way, you're like a neighborhood jewel. All the homeboys sweat you, so you're crazy cool. Wear your gold in the summer with your biking shorts, while you're watching all the brothers on the basketball court. Going to the movies with your homegirls crew, while the businessmen in suits be hawking you. Baby hair pumping, lip gloss is shining. I think you're in the mood for whining and dining, so we can go out and eat somewhere. We got a lot of private jokes to share. Lisa, Angela, Pamela, Renee, I love you. You're from around the way.
17 we fell in love. High school sweethearts. Love was so brand new. We took the vows of man and wife. Forever, for life. I remember how we made our way. A little patience, the times we prayed. Can't imagine that this love is through. Feeling the pain, girl, when you lose. Oh, it's too hot, lady. Gotta run for shelter, gotta run for shade. It's too hot, lady. Gotta cool this anger. What a mess we made so long ago. You were my love, oh my love. Flying high, we never took the time to stop and feel the need. Funny how those years go by.
All right, welcome back to the Piece of the Morning Show. This is Darius A. Stanton. We're here live at www.voxwave.com. That's www.voxwave.com. So we are fortunate to have none other than championship basketball coach, running D.C., been in the hunt for several years, the head coach of Cesar Chavez.
Right.
Caesar
Chavez Public
Charter School here in the District of Columbia. Welcome to the Piece of the Morning Show, brother.
Appreciate you having me.
Oh, man, glad to have you. We're excited, man. You've been over there now, how many years? 7 years, 6 years? How long have you been at?
Been the coach for 10. I've been employed in the building in some way, shape, form, or fashion for 15.
Okay, okay. So you've been coaching over there for a minute, and you've been able to see some success as a head coach. Tell us about what you all been able to accomplish over there, man.
Most important, people normally want to ask about the championships and stuff. I'm more passionate about the fact that in 10 years we put, with the exclusion of this senior class, 42 young brothers in school.
In school, meaning in college? Excellent.
I want to say 28 of those young men have graduated. 7 are school teachers, 2 are policemen, 1 is an engineer. All kids from Ward 7 to Ward 8, and that doesn't normally happen. That's normally not the narrative in that community. So more impressed with that. We won championships, but I mean,
that's excellent, man.
Nothing is more important, like what my buddy Eric Singletary says, than to have those walking trophies, though.
Right. That's excellent to be able to have, as you said, 42 young men in college, 28 go to college, 28 of them actually graduate.
Yes.
And then, teach in school. And we know how important it is to have and you have males so they're African-American males.
Yes.
That are now teaching school, and how important that is to have black men in the classroom.
Yeah.
Because they're less than 20% of teachers in the country are males, let alone black males. And so to have black males in the classroom is a great feat. So Thank you for acknowledging that. And thank you for making sure that you put education in front of sports.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, we always say we don't have any pros. I mean, there's nobody walking around the building 6'8", but if we can make you a better person, you get your degree, come back and serve your community.
That's right.
Then we've done our goals.
So what do you contribute that success to?
I want to say the staff. The staff pushes that narrative.
Coach Tim Phillips.
Your
brother, we work with the Boys and Girls Club.
Exactly. Will Liggins, Charles Harrison, Qua Harvey, Jamal Gilchrist, Lloyd Phillips. All these brothers have taken athletics and played college ball, gotten degrees, and come back and serve the community. So we always push, don't know if you're going to go pro. That's lightning in a bottle. That doesn't happen most times. But you can get a degree and change your whole outlook. And for most of these kids who come from impoverished backgrounds, a degree and then a master's can change the whole landscape of your family dynamics. And so, nothing is better than having them see us. And I want to say 3 of us are from that community. Coach Battle did it, so I can do this. And then for them to do it, or then them see a kid that played 10 years ago change his dynamics, makes the kids that's coming up fall in line rather.
So what other outside resource or help do you think could help that community, which then in turn helps the school and the basketball program?
That's a prevailing argument we always have amongst each other. Education, I'm just speak from the standpoint where we're at. Education has become an arms race. We have 7 high schools in a 2-mile radius. And so sometimes, from my opinion, we forget about the social emotional outlook for these kids. We forget about the trauma they come into buildings with, and we only worry about test scores and putting out a narrative and literature that goes out and disseminated into the community, stating that 99% of our kids are being accepted into school, which is a play on words, because most people don't know a community college has to accept you. It doesn't say
what class you take.
Well, here's the thing: attend and accept, are 2 different narratives. So we got 99 kids being accepted by school, but maybe 62% are going to school.
Right.
So that play on words, but I'm pushing that literature to you. We worry about test scores, but we don't worry about how these kids come into the building every day. Have they been fed? We don't explain to them that you can't come in the building. You can't come into your job with your pants hanging off your butt. You can't come in with a scarf or a bonnet on your head. You can't come to work with your slippers on or flip-flops. Things that happen in, I'm just saying, my building routinely. So I feel like I got away from your question.
Well, but I think you touched on. I think you touched on the narrative. The question was, what resources are needed? But you spoke on something that's very important and critical, and that is the social and emotional well-being of our children and how they're coming to school. Those things you talked about in terms of just how you carry yourself and the culture, is so important. And I'm just based on our time, I'm going to jump to something that is happening tomorrow that you all have pulled together because you saw a need. And so you can, from that, then reflect on the question about what it is you need. But what's happening tomorrow that you all are doing to fill that gap?
So tomorrow, myself, Tim Phillips, who is in-school suspension coordinator at Capitol Hill, Mark Sturdivant, who is the vice principal for culture in our middle school. For those that don't know, Chavez is 3 campuses with 4 different schools in it. The whole business piece to that, but that's a whole nother conversation. So we sat down and came up with a plan of action to kind of fight some of the stuff that we talked about that we see in our own building. Let's get these kids in the building on a day. Let's not preach to them. Let's bring in brothers like yourselves, and let's work with them on social and emotional goals. Let's work with them on passport to manhood. Let's work with them on, I'm trying to think of another topic, mental health issues. Let's work,
financial literacy.
Financial literacy. Let's work with them on things that our school doesn't touch on a day-to-day basis. But we graduate these kids and push them back into the community with none of those basic necessities.
Right. That financial literacy piece, you're also going to have young people have the ability tomorrow, speaking of resources, to open up a banking account.
Right.
Yes. So my girlfriend, who is a social media maniac, went online and started taking donations, but we found out that we couldn't take donations as Chavez for some reason.
Right.
So she decided, hey, let's take the money and then we'll partner with PNC Bank and we'll open up everyone an account tomorrow on site.
What bank is that?
PNC.
Is that a black bank?
I attempted to get industrial, but could not make the connection. And then there's an industrial bank in our community.
And the connection couldn't be made because?
No response.
Doyle Mitchell will make sure that we get Doyle Mitchell
on
board. Okay?
Who is an alumni of Archbishop Curl with me.
Yeah, I think it's so important.
Doyle is the president.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to go back on that, and I think we should make calls to them because what we're doing right now with young people in America in terms of financial literacy and stability, how can everyone have economic parity if in fact we don't teach them about a self-sustaining institution, a bank that we can own ourselves? If they're going to do the same thing that our parents and grandparents did, support the system that eventually doesn't give you a loan after you've been banking for so many years, doesn't give you the better rate in the mortgage, why are we putting money in these banks that have not supported us as a people for years, for decades? And when you have a black bank that is not responsive in a responsible way, it is up to us as citizens and so-called community leaders to go to the bank, to the headquarters, to the administrator, to the management, to the president, and said, we have been trying to bring business to your bank X amount of times in these areas, and these branches are blocking us, because it happened to me at the same bank. So when I hear you say that on Georgia Avenue, I went to several banks and I was knocked down for opening. I wanted to open accounts for my companies. I owned the companies and I had the paperwork, and they kept giving me the runaround. And I know we're on the air, so now it's public, and nothing is worse for anybody that likes is publicity if it's not good. So my point to you is saying now all of us today, we should make it an effort to contact the bank and said this school has been trying to bring students to open an account and got no response. They need to know that. I don't think they know that.
So I think, we got an action item. We believe in action on the Piece of the Morning show, so we're going to reach out because we talked about the paintings earlier. We talked about the work that Jeremy Newkirk is doing, the work that's happening at the state Legislative Black Caucus, and pulling together a 2030 Black agenda. And so the ecosystem, we must bring together. And I keep using this example. We're not going to allow you to quit us.
Right.
We're not going to allow you to quit and walk away. You're here. You're in this community. You're going to do right or get off the pot, as my mom would say. Mm-hmm. And so we're going to make sure that happens. But give us the logistics again so we can bring that holistic sexual healing and family lifestyles, and Queen can groove over there. Ron can get ready to rock and roll. And tell us about tomorrow, what time it's going to start, the address, is it a cost?
There's no cost. Starts tomorrow at 9 o'clock with a continental breakfast and registration. 10 o'clock, you'll kick things off by speaking to our young people.
We appreciate the opportunity.
We'll break out in the breakout sections, what we just touched on, health and wellness, mental health, passport to manhood, goals to success, and financial literacy. And then we'll close up for the day, feed these young folks, get them some bank accounts, and hopefully touch on some lives and change some things, some mindsets, and then send them back onto the community.
Excellent. Coach Malcolm Battle, man, I appreciate you, brother. Championship head coach out of the District of Columbia, doing work in this community. So how can people reach out to you to support, your cause and the work you're doing?
They can stop by at the school's address is 3701 Hay Street Northeast. That's where my office is located. I can be reached at malcolm.battle@Chavez, CHAVEZ, schools with an S on the end.org. If anyone has any questions. But tomorrow, if anybody's free, I'm almost certain some of our young brothers would not have a male counterpart with them. So if you want to come over, if you want to come in and be a stand-in
come on
for
out,
somebody,
call to action.
please do.
Call to action. We calling you, brothers. We need you at the table. Come to support us. We got a phone call. Give it a screen. Put it on, Queen. Welcome, peace and love to the Piece of the Morning show. This is Darius A. Stanton.
Darius Stanton. Darius Stanton.
That's Michael Brown.
Screen. Come on, that sounds like a familiar voice. Talk to me. Who's it?
That's the Godfather.
What's up? Is that?
And that's the Queen.
Is
when
that
they talk about Queen, they talk about Queen Elizabeth and Queen Aretha, but in our world, it's only one. Queen Aya Suda Bay.
We're so happy to hear your voice.
Queen anyway.
I love it.
We love you. Peace and love.
Hey, what's up? What's up, Godfather? Appreciate you calling into the Piece of the Morning show, brother.
Yeah, I wanted to call in, wish you a happy birthday. And I want Queen, I think it was April the 22nd. Am I right? I could have sworn it was it a Friday morning?
Yes.
Oh, Lord, they
it
going
was
back.
a Friday morning when
I forgot who I was talking to, but I told somebody that one day, and they said, "Yeah, but it was a little rough before. It was a little rough coming in there. There was a little rough till you got here, but once you got here, all things turned to smiles."
Michael.
You know, the story I have to tell on that one is this. Queen and I have been best friends, male and female, since about the 8th grade.
Wow. Oh, wow. Wonderful.
Your father and I, we've been friends all our lives since we was about 5 or 6. So for you was very, very special to me for both of them.
Wow.
Right.
And I think Queen would say, we worked together all the way till you came into this world, and even after that. Because I remember coming over there to see you and Queen that Friday morning.
Yes, he
Am
did.
I correct, Queen?
You were the first person to see Darius.
Oh.
After me. You were the
That big
first
head baby.
That's right.
You saw him before my parents.
Oh, wow.
You saw him before his father.
Wow.
People thought that Michael was Darius's father. The joy that he presented in that hospital.
Oh, wow.
He carried on. Oh, he said, look at his head. He said, man, look at that baby's head. He got a head on him. Oh, that big head baby. He gonna be smart. That's a whole lot of brain up in that head.
Yeah. Because he had a lot of playing field to work with.
Oh, yeah. He said that guy's got a big head. And he had blue eyes.
He had blue. See, the one when he came out with them blue eyes.
Yeah.
And I had to look. I said, wait a minute, man.
Whose baby is this? He had blue eyes. Beautiful. He had blue
I
eyes.
still have blue eyes. Look. I can see my glasses. They blue.
But I tell you what, they changed real quickly.
They sure did change.
I know that's right.
They did change.
Hey, Godfather, but look, man, I love you. I appreciate your support all my life. Thank you for supporting our family. My grandmother was your main girl. You and my mother were tight, but you and Miss Madeline were tight.
Hey, and you better say no more on the radio. I know you already. What part right there you getting ready to say?
I know, always. But look, we'll get together this weekend, brother. I love you much. Thanks so much for calling the show.
Peace and love.
Peace and love. We love you.
So look, we're gonna make this shift. Thank you, Brother Battle, for coming on.
Appreciate you.
Queen is gonna jump in here, man. You gotta stick around for this part. This is called Holistic Sexual Healing and Family Lifestyle. Holistic Sexual Healing and Family Lifestyles. That's right. So when we come back, we're gonna have the Queen gonna shift seats with you. We're gonna make this thing work. We're gonna crank it up. I'm gonna hold this for you. Voila, that's how we do it. Let me make sure I got that nice so I don't get in trouble from Ron. Yeah, there you go. All right. Yeah, we're on the Piece of the Morning Show. Brother. Ow. it's time to do it. Bam! We're going to support Prince George's Community College this morning. We only support those that support us. And, when we talked about, for the break, we talked about working in communities and the power of education. So I got to make a shout out to my alumni chapter, the oldest, the granting college and university, black university in America, the Lincoln University. You see I got the LU on, the Lincoln University. Come on. All right, now, you see that? Let me get a little quick for you. You turn around for you so you can see that line, okay? You see what I'm saying? Wakanda, but we got that line going on like that.
1854.
Yeah, you feel me? So that's how we do it on a Piece of the Morning show. Education, we pushing that. And right now, we're about to talk about holistic sexual healing and family lifestyle with none other than Queen Ayasudebe. Take it away, Queen.
Oh, peace and love. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for having us on the Peace in the Morning show with Darius A. Stanton, the big birthday man, solar return, and Delicate Barn, Delicate Barn, Delicate Fennell. So happy to see you. So beautiful. I want to remind everyone to see the value of your life. Once you really recognize your value, you will understand how important it is to maintain a healthy, happy lifestyle. To have a healthy, happy lifestyle, you will be able to do things that you envision. You will be able to go places that your heart has been yearning to go forever. Because these things help you to prepare your life mentally, physically, spiritually, economically. You can save for airplane fare. You can save hotel money. All of that because your mind is clean. How do you clean your mind so that you can think healthy thoughts? What does that mean? Your children are having nightmares. You're having nightmares. The mind is dirty. How did the mind get dirty? The food that you eat. How does that happen? The food that you eat goes into the body through the blood system. Eventually travels throughout the body to the brain. If you're eating things that are negative, I call them poop, then that's all you're going to have on your mind. Or a lot of that is going to be on your mind. Maybe not all, but a lot. You ever stop and think why everybody's doing something positive and all you're sitting over there is thinking of something bad to do? You ate too much candy. You ate too many cans of sardines. You ate too many hot dogs. Too much barbecue. Too much sugar. Too much milk. Cheese. Pizza. Steak. How about pork chops? Hamburgers.
All my favorite.
The reason I'm calling these kinds of foods out because these are the foods that are on the list of cancer producers. Shrimp, crabs. So you have these things in your body. It's no longer what you're eating. It's what's eating you. These things have living bacteria that cause problems in the human system. In the respiratory system, in the endocrine system. All of the things, your transmission in the body, fluid, is really your blood. It works like a car. So if your blood is dirty, it's just like having something in the transmission fluid. It's not working, the car is not going to work.
Can you get a flush?
Your blood is dirty, your body's not going to function properly. So let's clean the blood today. Let's clean the blood with alkaline water and products. Let's eat more leafy green vegetables and chew our food until it becomes a liquid. Let's exercise and run in place. Let's do sit-ups. Let's kick our legs up as high as we can, as often as we can. And take it any way you want.
Yeah, way up.
The more you work on yourself, is the better you feel about yourself. And let me tell you, when you feel good about you, you can start feeling good about a whole lot of other things too. Don't mind if you're in the bed crying, you're depressed, go ahead and cry. Get it out. But don't be down there feeling sorry for yourself.
And forgive yourself.
When you can do something about it. Okay? I'm so hot on just cleansing. When I find we have a difference of opinion, I don't say it on the radio or live streaming, but when the show is over, I really get them good.
It hurts too.
Because we have to learn that when we do something negative to ourselves, we are going to reap that. And when we do things negative to other people, we are also going to reap that. So it's very important to cleanse yourself so you don't think of or behave in ways that cause other people pain. Keep your mind and your mouth clean. Everywhere you go, you don't have to curse. You don't always have to call somebody a B. I mean, I want mothers to put their daughters in school for self-defense, martial arts, wushu. Learn how to use your body parts. So that slowly,
Love it.
when the man is talking and rude, you can show him a way that accidentally stops him from saying a bad word. So, in closing, show more love for yourself. It's good to get the man's clothes out, get everything ready, Let's talk about mama. Love yourself, and you can love everybody a whole lot better and a whole lot more. Peace and love, exercise, sexercise for love.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, give it up for the queen. Give it up for the queen. So listen, we're going to have a little music as we wind it up. We got some special guests in the studio. We want to thank Jeremy Newkirk for coming in. A little music on the background. Jeremy Newkirk for coming in. Delegate Diana Fennell.
Delegate Fennell in the house.
Running for House of Delegates again.
Yeah. Ooh, got it. Give me your
26, y'all. June 26.
And we brother Coach Malcolm Battle from Cesar Chavez. They're having a big program tomorrow starting at 9 o'clock for breakfast, 10 o'clock. The program will begin on the 24th. This coming week, we will have the Prince George's County Executive Forum debate at Prince George's Community College. So we make sure that we got plenty of opportunities to take us to the next level. Also, the 23rd, we'll be having what's that called? The Millennium Forum. And young people talk about education and voting. And all these things coming up. Delegate Darryl Barnes, you got a birthday coming up. Happy solar return to you, brother.
Thank you, my friend.
No doubt. And thank my beautiful, lovely wife for being in the studio. You want to come around and give us some shit? You want to be seen on the street? You feel like you got it in you?
Come on, queen.
Only because of the birthday. Ladies and gentlemen, drum roll, please.
And look at her hair.
I know, look at it.
She has silky hair. Look at her hair. Everybody, look at her hair.
She's lovely, beautiful, ain't she?
Yes, she is.
This is Darius St. Stanton. Young Darius in the house. Thank you so much, brother, for coming in the studio. Delegate Fennell, queen.
For loving you. You're welcome. Right. In the morning show.